Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your extra tarot reading for the time period of now when you're called to view this video, roughly for the period of July 2026, going into the first part of August as well. So let's see what is going on for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Moon, please. Sagittarius Sun and Moon. My rising and Venus signs are also very welcome here, guys. Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon. Let's check out what's going on for Sagittarius at this time. What does Sagittarius need to know? Alright, let's get these cards down, guys. I want to thank you for your likes, for your shares, your support, your comments as well. Love to hear those, guys. Love, love, love. Alright, haven't used this deck in ages. I pulled it out from the back of the drawer. So let's see, at the bottom of the deck, I feel called to look at that. We've got the Four of Pentacles. Alright, you know, you're keeping things pretty tight at the moment. I mean, are you a bit of a tightwad when it comes to money? Yes, but I think that that's a good thing, Sagittarius. You know, you're not going crazy with the spending, that kind of thing. So you could be saving up for a big purchase, of course. Could be for a wonderful trip, or it could be for a home, maybe a means of transportation as well for some of my Sagittarians. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius, please. Fairy ointment. Gosh, I haven't pulled this card for ages, if at all. You know, it's really funny with my cards. There'll be some decks I've had for years, and I've had this deck for, I don't know, well over 10 years. And this one is so rare, guys. So rare. So I'm going to talk about it because of its rarity. It is card number 43. If you reduce that, it is 7. Fairy ointment. Well, it's all about the old legend. There's a really old fairy legend, and it says if you wipe pollen across your eyelids, you can see the fairies. Now, please don't do that. Because, especially if you're allergic to pollen, guys. It's just one of those old wives' tales, old fairy stories. Yeah. And in the tale of this, the site here, there is a wise woman and a healer. They hear a knock on the door at midnight. It's always midnight. Who answers the door at midnight, guys? I mean, really. I don't think I would. And of course, at midnight, who do you expect to see on the doorstep? Of course, there's a wizened little old man. Of course there is. And he asks the healer to come with him to tend his wife and baby, for she is too ill to care for the baby herself. So, although the person, the lady there, the wise woman, didn't like the look of this man, when you heal, you go where you're called, right? You know, even if you doctors, nurses, they don't get to choose who they treat, right? If you're a healer, you're a healer. And she goes with this man. She arrives at this little cottage. She's called to the mother's side. And so she rubs this ointment. And as a result of this rubbing this ointment, she sees the mother and child as they really are. They're really fairies, whereas actually they were wearing some sort of glamour or mask to be seen as humans. But she sees beyond the mask. She sees what she wasn't meant to see, and she sees that they are actually fairies. So she treats the mother and child, and they get better. And the next day she's at a market, and she comes across the wizened old little man again, who's actually a fairy. Now she knows. And she blurts it out. She speaks the truth of what she'd seen, when she really should have kept quiet, because she saw what she wasn't meant to see. So I guess the lesson behind this is to be careful of seeing what other people don't want you to see. Seeing too much. Yes. Think before disclosure. especially if people are very secretive. People don't like you to see beyond the veil. They don't want to they don't want you to see them for their true selves. Most people want you to see the glamour. Yeah, so be careful of that. Be careful of, especially if you have the sight, if you have that gift of seeing beyond what people want you to see. Some of you are just intuiting beyond what someone wants you to see. Yeah. Discretion. All right. Well, let's see where all this is going. Sagittarius. Discretion. All right. Let's see what is this about. Someone around you, I feel. I think it's wise in any respect to if you do see something that you're not meant to see, be careful with the information. Yeah, because you don't want someone to become destructive, because in that tale, the wizened old man ended up hurting the wise woman, even though she treated the mother and child and got them better, because she saw what she wasn't meant to see and disclosed that, said it out loud. She was destroyed, really. So be careful of that. Be careful of destructive energies around you at this time. Be careful of disclosing things. Four of Pentacles is certainly about closing up, right? Okay, disclosure. Right in the center we do have the Two of Wands. It's coming up in the reverse there, Sagittarius. Okay. Yeah. It feels like a quiet energy. I just got, everything kind of went still there. Still and quiet. Stillness. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, that's around your work. Continue to do your work as put your head down. If you're in the workplace and you hear some information or someone discloses something to you, make sure that you don't put out that information. Again, it's about keeping things secret, keeping things close to your chest, making sure that you don't bite the hand that feeds. I also got that message. Queen of Wands, okay, coming up in reverse there. And the Knave of Wands. Yeah, you know what? This is a very much taking a back seat kind of energy at the moment. I feel like there's somebody around you that needs to be seen a certain way, and it would be best for you to kind of let them at this stage. I don't know who this is. It could be a colleague, it could be a boss. Don't go upstage in the boss here. I just got that message. Or someone who thinks they're the boss. Ooh. Your best course of action, Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, be cautious, be careful. Yeah, again, keeping things close to your chest. There's a need to be very strategic. If someone is around you at this time, they could be coming in under the guise of, palsy wowsy, saying, oh, Sagittarius, you can trust me, I'm your best friend. And you just know, intuit, take the fairy ointment off and see the reality. But don't disclose the reality. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're sitting at your work desk, and this colleague comes up that you don't really care for, but they're important to the workplace, or they could even be someone who's very close to the boss, or they could be the boss. And this person starts telling you something about themselves or their life, and it's BS. You can intuit it. You think, God, this person's just telling me fairy stories, right? Fairies. rather than say, oh, you know, Tina, let's call it Tina boss. Could be male or female. You're telling me BS, that's total crap. Just nod and say, oh yes, Tina, okay. Oh, I'm sorry that's happened, Tina. And just, that's all. Don't say anything else. Yeah, because I think this person has some sort of destructive energy, or they have some sort of power to be destructive, so you need to kind of step away from the grenade there, and you know, don't call to attention this person's weaknesses or what they don't want you to see, okay? They want you to see them as someone very confident, powerful. So drawing attention to their weakness will bring out a very angry energy, and you do not want that from this person, because they can be a snake that bites. Ooh. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, it's funny that they've got this wolf on this card. I'm just going to turn it in the upright so you can see this wolf. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Nine of Swords. Yeah, there's a little bit of fear around this. This is someone who can be a formidable enemy, and you definitely don't want them to be an enemy. Just kind of keep, if you know someone's giving you BS around you, this person can be dangerous, Sagittarius, whoever they are. I mean, it could even be a friend. It doesn't have to be a colleague, but for a lot of you, I feel it is in the workplace. We've got the Eight of Pentacles here. Yeah, don't see too closely. Don't try to uncover this person's secrets. Don't allow them to see that you've seen. Okay, very important. Strength, yes. I think you have to be, I'm getting this very, with strength here, it's not like brute force. Your strength is in stillness, and your strength is in keeping the secret, keeping things to yourself at this time. It's something that doesn't need to be put out there. It doesn't need to be said. I think deep down this person knows they're full of shit. So there's no real point in pointing it out to them, if you know what I mean. What's hidden here is the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Guys, this is a situation where I feel you have to lead with compassion and lead with love, and lead with an energy of this person is struggling with something in their life at the moment, that it's something that needs to be healed. But right at the beginning there, we had that message of you know, you can't pick and choose who's worthy of healing and who isn't. I mean, that's being godlike, isn't it? So as healers in this world, as you could be a healthcare provider, you could be a counselor, you can't pick and choose who you heal. You know, if people come to you for healing, you have to treat everyone with love and respect, even if they're full of BS and you can kind of see that they're, I don't know, something there that is a little bit off about this person. Let's see, I'm going to go a little bit deeper here, guys. It's worthy of some more depth, I think, this reading. Let's get some cards. You're going to be fine as long as you keep things. I just got a message there from Spirit saying lock it down. I don't know what that means. Lock it down. Aura, observation. Yeah, it's something that you observe with this person. You observe them in some way. It's like you see beyond the confidence. This person may front to you as someone who is has some sort of I feel like they're very defensive of their image, and they don't like to be observed too closely. It's like being seen from a distance. I would say treat this person with distance, you know, keep them at arm's length. This person's certainly not a friend. And if someone comes to you with some confession here, guys, and they don't want you to reveal it to anyone else, I think you have to go with what is right for this person. It'll be different for each person here. Bit tricky, to be honest, you know. If somebody let's say you're a nurse, and somebody's coming to you with something that's going on behind the scenes in their own life. I think that you can point them in the right direction of healing. Let's say this person's coming with a broken arm. Well, you're obviously treating that broken arm, but if there's something emotional behind why this person has a broken arm, maybe they're saying it's an accident and it's really not. I think that rather than try to help this person yourself, you could give them a number or point them in a direction of someone who's more adept or more able to truly help this person on a deeper level. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm just getting an energy here of something's not quite as it seems. Something may present to you as one thing, but ultimately is another. Yeah. And for some of you see what this person doesn't want you to see, and if you bring it up to them, they could become quite aggressive. So I would say don't dig too much. If this person wants to speak the truth, then let them, but if they don't want to talk about it, yeah, I think that you can observe from a distance but not become part of this person's problem, drama. Yeah, it could be some sort of moral dilemma. That won't be for everyone, but just for a few of you. Let's see, any other messages here, please, for Sagittarius. But for the majority of you here, it's somebody that's coming to you that you need to treat very, very carefully. They do need healing, but the issue here is that this person may not be someone who is ready to admit that. You know, and until someone's ready to admit that they need help, you know, you can't really help that person. I mean, you know, each person is responsible, accountable for their own healing emotionally, you know. Take time to breathe out. We've got disseminating moon. Yeah, if someone is kind of telling you a whole lot of BS and you're intuiting that it is BS, before you react, just take time to breathe out and react very calmly, neutrally, so as not to trigger or incite this person. Yeah. It seems to be that this individual wants you to see them as very confident. So they don't want you to see them for their faults. They don't want you to see them for their weaknesses. Could be a Leo, but it doesn't have to be. It's just someone with that kind of Leo qualities, which can be quite ego-centered. All right. Observe from a distance. Let's see. Any other messages here, please, for Sagittarius? What does Sagittarius need to surrender? Surrender stress. Yes. Again, taking time to breathe out. Exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Yeah. This person may stress you out, or there's something at what this person is. It's like it's really weird energy, because they want to engage with you, but yet what they don't want you to see the real them. And that could be very stressful, because you can't have a real conversation with this person. You kind of have to dwell in, not even skirt around the issues. It's like ignoring or avoiding the issues, and just kind of let them speak whatever they're speaking here, which seems to be some sort of, it's like somebody who says they're going to do something but they never end up doing it. It's like you can't trust what this person has to say, Surrender to spirit. Yeah, I mean, gosh, once you've done everything you can with this person, turn the situation over to the divine. Let the divine handle this person. It seems like too much for one person to handle. And I don't think even if you tried to be helpful to this person, they'd take it the wrong way, and then they'd become quite destructive and nasty, and just cause you a whole lot of stress with that Nine of Swords that you certainly don't need, Sagittarius. So I'd say keep things to yourself. Yeah, turn it over to spirit. And again, when it comes to true healing, it's really only something that spirit can handle, turning things over to God. I mean, we're not as healers, we can only do so much. And if someone doesn't want our help, or is constantly repeating things, just doesn't seem to ever learn, then I think you just have to kind of recognize that, see it for what it is. Any advice here for Sagittarius, please, Spirit? What risk can I take today? Well, I would say none when it comes to this particular person. Yeah. This card is talking about taking risks, but what I'm actually getting here is that this person is risk averse. I think that you're someone who has taken risks in the past. You've done things, you've achieved, you've gone places, you've experienced quite a bit in life. This person here, I feel, is risk averse, and not everyone's meant to be like you, Sagittarius. I mean, I think you know that. This person, I think, would like to be someone who takes risks, someone who goes out and does things, but not everyone's meant to do that, and not everyone can do that. Not everyone has the ability to do that. It's not always about money. I mean, there's been times in my life where I've had basically nothing in the bank account, and somehow I've still managed to travel around the world. Yeah. So, as a Sagittarian, I think we know that, excuses are excuses, and if we have excuses, we will use them to not do something that we don't really want to do. So this person could be someone who's making excuses for some reason why they can't, but they probably shouldn't anyway, because I don't think they want to, you know. And the reality of the situation is, if somebody wants to do something enough, they will make it work. They'll get the funds, they'll do what they need to do, you know. It's on them. And if they're not willing to do what they need to do, to take the risks, well, that means that the inclination, the motivation just maybe isn't there, right? So, you know, different strokes for different folks. And I think that for you, Sagittarius, this month, there'll be people coming towards you here who want to be seen as someone who can be a risk taker, but probably shouldn't be. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation here, Sag. Some people are meant to be observers, perhaps of your life, Sagittarius, or of Sagittarian's life in general. And some people are observers, some people are watchers, and some people are the performers, right? Some people are in the audience, some people are on stage. I'm getting that old Britney Spears song, God, I haven't heard this for years, called Circus. So there's something in the lyrics there for you guys. Yeah. Something about two types of people in the world, those who entertain and those who observe. I think that you have to know that there's someone around you who observes, but they're not meant to be the entertainer, you know. Because being an entertainer, or being someone who's out, being someone who's a very big participant in the world, that is very stressful, and that's not for everybody. Yeah. Do you have to be confident? Well, you have to be confident and believe in yourself. And for some people, they do have outward confidence, but they lack the belief in themselves. And that may be what you're seeing here, beyond what this person wants. They want you to see them as this confident person who can get out and do what you do, Sagittarius, but in reality, I think you see what they don't want you to see here, and the fact that they can't, that they won't, that they don't, that they either don't believe that they can do it, or they lack the true inner confidence to take risks, Sagittarius. Let's see, I'm going to get a couple more cards. Let's get one for you here, Sagittarius, because this seems to be about somebody else. Yeah, cherishing self. Yeah. Accepting, loving yourself for who you are, and awakening ancient wisdom and deep inner knowing. You know, knowing what you know, but you don't have to point out other people's flaws, especially if they're trying really, really hard for you not to see it. So you have the wisdom, the Ace of Cups, awakening ancient wisdom, that deep inner knowing. You have the understanding around this person, and you know enough, you cherish yourself enough to not somehow not get involved in or it feels like detaching, and it's like giving people information or listening to someone and then just kind of listening but not knowing deep down that you can't really do anything or fix anyone or any any person here, other than unless you're a physical nurse where someone comes in with a broken arm. Yeah, you can fix that, but you can't fix the pain, and you can't fix someone's trauma. You can't make someone confident if they aren't really. Yeah. So I would say if you're picking up energies of people, be just very discriminating when it comes to your gifts, your healing energy, especially where it isn't wanted. When someone's putting up resistance, may even be quite a destructive individual. Someone who's very stressed and someone who is very risk averse probably shouldn't be doing things that are destructive. This person may be very self-destructive, or they could even be destructive of people around them. I think you want it to help people, Sagittarius, you do, and you may even work in the healing field, but ultimately you can't heal everyone. It feels like stepping back from that energy. Let's see, any other message here? I'm going to get one from the Ganesha deck, Sagittarius. Nurture. Yeah, I had that right at the beginning when I was talking about you being this beautiful healing energy. When you're called to heal, you'll go. You're not discriminatory in that sense. But where you have to be discriminatory is know when enough is enough, and when you've nurtured it enough, and when you have to let it go, surrender it to spirit. Because you can only do so much for people around you, and if they at some point it's like okay, I'm getting this message here. I see Ganesha and the mother figure. You may be resonating as this mother figure, and you may want to really heal other people. You may have that mothering instinct that's there, whether you're a mother or not. You have that instinct, that capacity to want to heal, that beautiful, loving, generous spirit. But I feel like this is you needing to take a step back here, Sagittarius, to cherish self for a while, especially if you've been overly focused on others. But I don't see you like doing some big thing at the moment. It feels like just kind of stepping back, being perhaps more the observer here rather than the active participant, taking time to breathe out. Some of you could be taking some time off from work. Yeah. Some of you may have been wanting to leave a workplace, and you're taking some time off here just to nurture yourself, to cherish self, before you make a decision to make some kind of move here. I don't see you making a move in July, but I do see you needing to knuckle down, lock everything down. Yeah, lock everything down. I'm not sure exactly what that means, Sag, but let's see. Understanding. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's like understanding what you need at this time, and that staying close to home, cherishing self, nurturing yourself, maybe taking some walks in nature, maybe going on a small like camping trip or something there where it feels like somewhere that you can really truly breathe some fresh air. Gently observing nature will help at this time. And regaining your confidence after a time where it seems to have been like a blindfold has been taken off. You're starting to see things, yourself, other people around you, very differently. And you may want to express that. But Spirit is saying that the best thing for you right now is to keep this information to yourself. You know, people are really funny. You know, people tend to just want to you to see them how they want to be perceived. So if you're seeing beyond what they want you to see, then that can become problematic. So especially if you've got newly awakened gifts, you have to know when to say something and when not to say. There's a lot of stuff going on here when it comes to how you're seeing other people. And for a lot of my Sagittarians, if you're becoming more awakened to the truth, you're seeing beyond what things have appeared to you in the past, it can be very problematic, troublesome, stressful. And you may have to take some time out for yourself here to heal yourself, rather than to want to heal the world or heal what's going on around you, because I do get you as a high empath. But in order to function and be an empath, you have to develop the ability to detach and be more of that distant observer. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Sagittarius. Wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, you can reach out to me. My links are down below, or you can Google me, Gypsy Insights Tarot, on Etsy. I thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. Please do keep them coming. If any part of this reading is resonating with you, please do let me know down below by pushing that thumbs up button or dropping me a comment. Sagittarius, one more advice card for you guys when it comes to this situation. Yeah, strengths and weaknesses is what I'm getting. This card is saying, do I know all my strengths and am I using them? Yeah, I think that you're becoming stronger with that strength card, and you're using these powers of intuition, these powers of the observer here, to understand. But you're becoming stronger, and because of that energy, there could be people that are weaker than you that are trying to inflame or trying to push you in some kind of way. You're being asked to let go of any stress around anyone who is reacting that way towards you. Yeah, it's like you've been given a superpower here, Sagittarius. A superpower of uncovering the truth, of uncovering people's masks, facades. And you can live and lead with this strength. It's something that's going to give you empowerment, something that's going to give you confidence. It may even inspire others. But you have to do it you could be asking yourself at this time how you can use this gift, this superpower, to contribute. And you have to contribute it where it's welcome, not where there is resistance, where there is people that are closed off. You can only do so much with this gift. You have to be met with openness, and a willingness to receive from others around you. Yeah, for some of you it's healing gifts, in however that could be manifesting in your world, Sagittarius. I thank you so much for watching. Please take care, and bye for now.